Welcome to Spectacle on Television Nigeria. I am your host, Daniel Atai. Welcome to Spectacle on Television Nigeria. I am your host, Daniel Atai. Yeah, welcome to Spectacle on your favorite station, Television Nigerian. I am Daniel Atai. Now, the state's judiciary and legislature would henceforth have and enjoy the relief of being dependent on state governors for their salaries, gratuity, and allowances, as President Muhammadu Buhari signed his Executive Order 10 on Friday, 22nd May 2020, giving full judiciary and legislature the full financial autonomy across the 36 states of the country, including Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. This is independence from state coffer as well as subjectivity and state executive bureaucratic bottlenecks. After this timeout, I shall introduce the body of the topic to you and how the president derived his power to have done so, plus my guest in the office, in the studio, who will do justice to it as we roll on. Please stay tuned.
This is Television Nigerian, a broadcast network committed to serving you the very best in online and offline television programming. Situated in the serene environment of Guzape, Abuja FCT, TVN, as it is fondly called, caters to a wide variety of audience via carefully orchestrated mind-blowing programs in the areas of fashion, business, politics, entertainment, religion, movies, food and health, culture and lifestyle, events around the globe, sports and foreign news. Whatever your inclination, we've got you completely covered with programs like Issues of the Moment, The Patriot, Daybreak Nigeria, Matter Africa, TVN Business Time, Healthy Living, From the Cradle, Stay Inspired, Entertainment Gist, Movie Hour, Hit Paradise, among others. All designed to keep you thoroughly informed, entertained, at the edge of your seats and yearning for more. A tour around our domain will reveal a highly dedicated staff force and a state-of-the-art facility and equipment for high-definition quality broadcast, making our station your #1 choice in advertising your business and propagating your ideas. We are currently on Nigecomsat doing our test transmission for takeoff in the nearest future. Television Nigerian is located in Nigeria at Television Nigerian House, Guzape Hilltop Mansion, beside Guzape White House, Guzape Abuja FCT, and in the United Kingdom at 45 Ancient House, 48 Aerodrome Road, Beaufort Park, Colindale, London. For inquiries,
into your groups. You're welcome back. In the studio is Comrade Okafor Obina, a political economist and the president of Taxpayers Association of Nigeria, Taxan. Comrade, you're welcome.
God bless you.
And this is Spectacle.
Thank you, viewers.
All right. Before I go further with him, have a look at the order as signed by Mr. President on the 22nd of May 2020, Order 10, that gave financial autonomy, which means independence, to state judiciary and the legislature. Nigerian states, legislature, judiciary, now independent as Buhari signs financial autonomy order. President Muhammadu Buhari on Friday, 22nd of May 2020, signed into law Executive Order Number 10 of 2020 for the implementation of financial autonomy of state legislature and state judiciary order 2020. Umaru Gwandu, Special Assistant to Media to Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, made this known in a statement. The development means that states, legislature and judiciary arms in Nigeria no longer have to wait for governors for funds. Gwandu recalled that the Presidential Implementation Committee was constituted to fashion out strategies and modalities for the implementation of financial autonomy for the state legislature and state judiciary in compliance with Section 121, subsection 3 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended, taking into considerations all other applicable laws, instruments, conventions, and regulations which provides for financial autonomy at the state tier of government. Gwandu said the implementation of financial autonomy of the state legislature and state judiciary will strengthen the institutions at the state tier of government. He noted that it will also make them more independent and accountable in line with the tenets of democracy as enshrined by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended. The statement added that President Buhari signed Executive Order Number 10 into law based on the power vested in him as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria under Section 5 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended, which extends to the execution and maintenance of the Constitution, laws made by the National Assembly, but not limited to Section 121, subsection 3 of the 1999 Constitution as amended, which guarantee financial autonomy of the state legislature and state judiciary. According to the order, the Accountant General of the Federation shall by this order and such any orders, regulations, or guidelines as may be issued by the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice authorize the deduction from source in the course of Federation accounts allocation for the money allocated to any state of the Federation that fails to release allocation meant for the state legislature and state judiciary in line with the financial autonomy guaranteed by Section 121, subsection 3 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended. Gwandu further stated that based on the new executive order and in line with Section 121, subsection 3 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended, all states of the Federation shall include the allocations of the two arms of government in their appropriation laws. Article 6, subsection 1 provides that, notwithstanding the provisions of this executive order, in the first 3 years of its implementation, there shall be special extraordinary capital allocations for the judiciary to undertake capital development of state judiciary complexes, high court complexes, Sharia court of appeal, customary court of appeal, and court complexes of other courts befitting the status of a court. You're welcome back. And of course, the lines would be displayed on the screen for you to comment, constructively recommend as we set agenda for the government of the day. And I believe that Mr. President have given all sigh of relief that yes, he's objective and purposeful in governing the country. So welcome to Spectacle. You can call in via the numbers displayed on the screen concurrently as my analysts in the studio do justice to the topic. Now, Comrade Okafo.
Well, thank you very much. I must appreciate the President of Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari. It's a very thoughtful idea to assist the citizenry, because it's another way forward. Yes. Nigerian people are asking for palliative. This is another way of giving autonomy, palliative to the judiciary and also to the legislatures. Yeah. And over the years, these people are faced with all kind of challenge, dehumanization, servile. You know, they've suddenly turned to become beggars in the state because we have very terrible number of people as governors. I must say that in addition to this, Nigerians should recall that sometime last year, Mr. President, out of his own volition, saw reasons in giving autonomy to local government. Mm-hmm. And that is more reason why government was able to strengthen NFIU in order to do justice to that very particular arm of government. But unfortunately, up to today, I can lend credence to the source of my information very clearly. Okay. And I am home and dry with what I'm saying, that over 90% of Nigerian governors have refused to let local government to be. They must let them to be. Yeah. There is need for them to go. Let them go and enjoy autonomy. Yes. You see, it does not make any sense for governors to continue to hold this country hostage. The citizens of this country must identify who their problems, who their enemies are. You know, because some of these governors, they enjoy media hogwash a lot. And what they do is that while they are destroying the system, they sponsor all kinds of people to go to media to continue to, issue out wrong press statement against the federal government of Nigeria. Yes, federal government of Nigeria have a lot of challenges. Nigerian people are not comfortable with what we are getting from them, because as citizens we expect good comfort, we expect good leadership, we expect all the necessaries from our leaders. Yes, it is not coming from the federal government, but the worst of it all is the government. I mean, the governors, the state government. Because don't forget, what is the ratio of Nigerians that reside in the Federal Capital Territory? Most Nigerians, life is local. People are in the state government. People are in local government. So if you are not getting life, if there is no economic oxygen in states, in local government, it's as good as nothing is happening in the world. Exactly. So when people shouldn't be deceived, our enemies are the set of governors we have. In fact, let me tell us, the kind of people we have in this part of the world as governors are the reason why we are facing all sort of setback as a nation. Because had it been our governors are very responsive in terms of leadership, we are not supposed to be where we are. Mr. President, I want to let you know that Mr. President has been frustrated by even giving autonomy to local government. It has not been carried to the last letter. Up till now, governors systematically are holding local government to ransom. Yes. They impose the local government administrators. They impose local government what is it called? Treasurers and DGS. Yes, and all that. Yes. That, you understand? What they do is that they put all kind of arrangement. At the end of the day, they will be compelled to sign that they cannot be able to manage. In fact, they need assistance of governor to enable them to expend their monthly allocation coming to the local government. These things are it's happening in so many states in this country, and people are not seeing it. People are not seeing them. The more reason why this part of the world people face the highest level of hardship and degradation is because the local government system is not working. Now, government have also shifted autonomy of legislatures, autonomy of judiciary. Don't be surprised that this time, because we know that the governors are not comfortable with this new executive order.
But they cannot go to law to the court.
It's possible. Nobody knows. It's unpredictable.
It is an executive order.
Absolutely.
And the president has, so long as it is taken from 121, section 121, subsection 3 of the Nigerian Constitution, he said he has the power vested on him to have done this. I think it's a sigh of relief. No governor can go to court. Remember when they brought the issue of NFIU, they teamed up and went to court and said the NFIU doesn't have any power to infringe on them since it is not a law. Now it has become an executive law.
Of course, yes, it has become an executive law. But today, Nigerian people are not... The essence of giving us that law has been defeated. The point is, this is a case of man inhumanity to man.
Yes.
My brother, it is very satanic, it is evil that this kind of people we have as governors, many of them, they love to challenge the president of Federal Republic of Nigeria. But don't forget, there is no local government chairman that can challenge a governor in any state. It has never happened before.
Of course.
But the governors in this country would like to challenge the president. Many a times, they will come up with one allegation, one argument or the other, that this one is their entitlement. And that is one reason why we don't have any savings in our purse. Because the governors will keep demanding, we want to... These are self-centered people. As far as they are concerned, their interest is to make sure that they make a lot of accumulation within the 4 or 8 years of their tenure. Why must anybody feel uncomfortable with this kind of executive bill? This is fantastic. It is laudable. It is timely. Mr. President is doing wonders. In fact, I am not a politician. I have never been in any political party before.
Yeah.
But this is one of those things that we need through federalism. There is need for separation of power. There is need for independence of judiciary. And this is what Mr. President is doing.
Yes.
Because there are a lot of interference. The governors have pocketed, when you go to some states, the way they handle people in the State House of Assembly, you'll be asking yourself, what kind of country are we into? So it has become a mundane issue. Their excesses need to be curtailed. And Nigerians are watching. Power belongs to the people. Some of these governors are power drunk. And when we begin to study their lifestyle, you ask yourself, what will happen if this kind of person happens to become president in this country? Because the way they misuse power is nothing to write them about. So it's another challenge. I trust and I am very confident that these governors must allow this executive bill to flow as supposed, so that this judiciary, people in the judiciary and the House of Assembly members can enjoy their autonomy,
and make law.
These people are paid with taxpayers' money.
And you are the
governors.
You are their
president. And incidentally, I am the president of Taxpayers Association of Nigeria.
Okay.
You know, some governors, when you see this, when they are making during electionary period, they make all sort of promises. They do all sort of governors cannot sit down and begin to think inward on how to create enabling environment. They refuse to create job. From year to year, we vote in governors that cannot create any job in their state. My brother, a state like Lagos, somebody will say because Lagos has this, no. When you have somebody that is so docile, the person will look at the whole Lagos and might not be able to know how to create job. Only Lekki free zone. Only Lekki free zone. What we understand now is that they have created 4.55 trillion naira from that very particular free zone alone. Dangote, our own, has invested 3.55 trillion naira into Lekki free zone alone. Okay. And they have in their record over 116 companies that have aligned to invest in Lekki free zone. Such kind of a thing can be replicated in so many states. Every state has its own comparative advantage. Utilize the environment. Utilize the advantage you have as a governor. See how you can create a very good business advantage for the people of the state. You must not continue to leverage on the money that is supposed to go to House of Assembly, or maybe to the Judiciary, or maybe to the local government. We cannot continue to say, it's unthinkable. And the truth of the matter is that we must tell ourselves the truth. This thing is not sustainable. That is the truth. Mr. President, as far as I'm concerned, Mr. President needs to do more.
Okay.
He needs to do more. Why I say so is that I can see gradually he is trying to show us that he strongly believes in true federalism.
Okay.
It is an indication, it's a pointer that he believes in true federalism. And more needs to be done.
Okay.
For this system to work, the constitution need to be altered a lot. We need more of what Mr. President have done, so that we can stabilize the system.
Okay. Like you mentioned earlier on, you said the governors at all times do insult Mr. President, but the local government chairman couldn't do that to the governors even if they are erring. Now, could it be because of political dependency on this part of the chairman on the governors? Because we have financial autonomy right now going for the judiciary and the legislature. Now, the autonomy, the local government autonomy that Mr. President earlier signed, I don't know whether it was an executive policy anyway, it has not been assented to. Now, that financial autonomy given to the local government chairpersons, should it be a kind of embodied with political autonomy?
Yeah, I think when you have a very good policy coming out from government, the policy we show that has to do with local government financial autonomy is a very laudable policy. It is very acceptable. It is understandable that across board, every political party is supposed to embrace it. Be you from Abuja, be you from PDP, be you from APC. It is another way of generating activity in the local government system. Over the years, in fact, it was only 1999 to 2003 that we witnessed local government election in this country. After 2003, the system changed.
That is conducted by INEC.
Conducted.
Okay, well,
it was duly conducted. 1999, 2003. Most state governments.
Not by SIEC, State Electoral INEC Electoral Commission. It was conducted by INEC.
Yes.
And
yes.
Okay, you are talking about the
then thereafter, governors started destroying the local government system. Okay. At some point, the Algon local government organization, whatever,
yes,
they came together. They made a series of protest march demanding for autonomy of local government. Over the years, this thing continued to meet stiff opposition. The entire PDP government was unable to bring remedy to that problem. Now, let me tell you, there are some fundamental problems we have as a country. Some issues are supposed to be treated within the circle and circumference of political party. When you hear that some political parties have very beautiful manifesto, I am here to understand how those manifestos are prosecuted. We want to know the difference between PDP of almost 16 to 20 years and APC. PDP was in power for 16 years, yes, and today we are in APC. So there should be a distinction.
Yeah, which we are saying now.
Now, there is a kind of political will from Mr. President, yes, but unfortunately, the governors are against humanity or humanism. They are not part of this world. And unfortunately, the citizens of this country must begin to take note of who their enemies are.
Exactly.
It is very, very important. Okay. Political parties, we have chairmen of political parties, national chairmen of political parties. They must rise up to this occasion. Everything must not be politics. It is high time chairmen of political party should accept, embrace, encourage a very good result orientation program of this nature. Right. Mr. President have laid down a strong foundation. Yes. This autonomy is welcomed. It is timely. We expect national chairman of political party to come in-house and talk to their governors. It is not a taboo. Tomorrow you will start pleading for votes in one area or the other. Power belongs to the people. Yeah. Call all the governors in your political party to order. Advise them to do the needful. Whatever, most times what these governors are doing are anti-people, and even at the state level, most people don't even you will know your position in a state before you decide to fight a governor headlong. Yes. And you know it's usually suicidal. Yes. Many of these governors, they fight the presidency, and at times because they have immunity. Because they have immunity,
and they have political autonomy,
and they have a political autonomy, whatever.
So if the same autonomy, political, now we have financial autonomy. If the same political autonomy is extended to the state local government, it means they will have the audacity. Chairmen or chairpersons will have the audacities to talk to governors and say, look, we are not going to give you this money. You can't request for such money from our coffer. We want to develop, want to make roads, want to give light to our people, water to our people, want to enact primary health care. Anyway, viewers, if you are watching us, the lines are displayed on your screen right now, and you can call us to contribute your own opinion and quota to us what Mr. President have done. Executive Order 10 declaring financial autonomy to judiciary, state judiciaries and legislature. And with me in the studio has been Comrade Obina Okafor, President of TAXAN, that's Taxpayers Association of Nigeria. And he is a political economist doing justice to it. Now, you want Mr. President to enact, to go further by giving political autonomy, empowering INEC to conduct local government elections.
Not only that, by extension, I am of opinion that there is a lot of bloodletting during our electioneering period. Okay. And you see, the process needs to be harnessed. We need to restructure our electoral system. Not only doing justice to what we understand that is going on at the state level. Okay. We also want Mr. President, now that he is doing some cleanup, Nigerian people are demanding, the taxpayers are of opinion that Mr. President should consider e-voting system. Okay. My brother, if there is e-voting system, there will be no desperation. Okay. It will swallow so many desperation in the land. All right. The last Kogi election, the last Bayelsa election, so many souls died. There is no need for this bloodletting. People just die carelessly because they come out to vote. Do you know if there is e-voting, many people might just decide to vote in their bathroom. They might decide to vote in their bedroom, in their parlor. They don't. You mustn't come out. Yeah. It is done like that in the United States. It is done in so many Western world. You must not come out. So, if government wants to assist the citizenry, let me tell us, we have some persons that came through the door. Some of our leaders who claim that people voted for them, some of them came through the window, some came through the back door, some came through the door. Some of them are not even known by the people, to the people. Some of them are not even voted by anybody. They manipulated the system and came through the roof. And that is more reason why, if Mr. President wants to help the people of this generation, if he wants his name to be written in gold, he needs to do justice to electronic voting. Okay. Nigerians need to see a better life in 2023. If we want to be sure of who we voted for, because at that juncture, nobody will queue in, to collect 5,000 naira or 10,000 naira. And don't forget, with what we are seeing today, time is coming in this country. This one is a prophecy. Time is coming in this country when politicians, those of them that believe that people can always collect 5,000 naira from them, 10,000 naira from them to murder their conscience because of poverty, they will be very surprised that you'll be giving somebody 5,000 naira, 10,000 naira during election day. A day before election day, the person will say, hold your money, Oga. It is very, very possible. Okay. Because gradually it is going there. Yeah. So what I am saying in essence is that let Mr. President do more. Okay. These elections that are conducted by state government is full of irregularities. Okay. It is very glaring that hardly will you see where any state governor conducts local government election without the state governor winning virtually in all the local governments.
That is it.
So it shows that the system is not as clear as what it's supposed to be.
Now, before now, we used to have a situation where you go to court at the state level once election is conducted. The judiciary will have to interpret some anomalies from the election, and they are kind of scared. With this autonomy, I think they will be confident to act uprightly right now without having to take order from the governor. At the same time, the state legislature, the state houses of assembly, where sometimes even if the governor is going wrong, because they are largely part of his party, political party that brought them, the platform that brought them, they just decide to be mute over some negativities. What do you think about now? Would they have the confidence to do what they have been elected to do and what they have studied to do as judicial office workers and legislatures, respectively?
Well, yes, Mr. President have done his own part by granting autonomy to the judiciary and legislature. Mm-hmm. But your question, which has to do with them regaining their self-restraint, yes, their mental autonomy, yes, courage, yes, to be more courage in doing their job. I think that one is still near impossible, because the fear of every governor is the beginning of wisdom in so many states. So some of these governors are emperors. So they decide what happens. The people in the House Status of Assembly are more or less a rubber stamp. Our democracy is gradually growing. At least there is a paradigm shift. Okay. But the truth of the matter is that a lot of work needs to be done. Why did I say so? Let me go back to what I said before we digress to where we are now. Okay. Before we migrated to where we are now, rather. The issue of political party activity, because our problem always starts from recruitment system. Political parties most times don't consider the popular candidates. At times they lay more emphasis on money politics. You will see a drug man, because he has so much money, he brought in so much money into the political party, he is more considered than that very particular man of dignity value. You understand what I mean? Yes. A man that has a very good name in the society. Most times they consider the people, the dubious people in the society, because they have the money, because they have the war chest to battle every other person. They consider them for no reason. And when you allow such people to emerge as governors, you can't control them. We need people that are ready to wear human face. Our democracy is still at a little, in fact, it's still in a developmental stage. Okay. A lot needs to be done. But I want to let us know, whether we like it or not, Nigerian people are studying some of these governors. Whether they like it or not, people are taking note of their activities. There must be tomorrow. When you fail to do the needful, Tomorrow, people must hold you accountable. Some of these people, when they are not in power, you will not even see what they are known for. Many a times you see their full color the moment they are sworn in as executive governor of a state. Whether it is spiritual, that is what I don't know. Because many of them, when they are in power, the level of arrogance, the way they are being, in fact, the kind of the spirit that possesses them is what we don't know. But the moment they leave power, they return back to normalcy. So what I'm saying in essence is that they do not allow these people to do their job, because these other people are equally voted by the people. So this is the right time for governors to embrace the House of Assembly members. Allow the judiciary. These people are there because the taxpayers said they should be there. And the taxpayers are paying their bills. And the only reason why the taxpayers are paying their bills is to make sure that they make a very good law for the state. They also do every necessary thing for the judiciary so that they can interpret the law for us.
Is there any other area?
They should allow them to enjoy very good serenity.
Okay. Are you thinking there are other areas that the president should take executive fiat or executive order the way he has just done in the local government autonomy? Local government financial autonomy and this judiciary stroke legislative autonomy. After be brooding over it, after this short break, we'll come back and we'll continue from where we just stopped. Please stay tuned, and when we'll come back again, the numbers will be open for you to make your calls and contribute your own opinion and quotas. Please stay tuned.
Coronavirus no be our friend, yo. Make we push am come out, yo. Corona, you no be our friend, yo. Say make we push am come out, yo. My country people, you see this coronavirus, no be joke. Make we help ourselves and our government pursue the yamayama sickness from our country. Make we remember to wash our hand every time with soap and water. Make we not forget to sanitize our hand and wear face mask when we come out. Also, make we avoid crowd and keep social distancing when we come out. My people, if you see say you don't get symptoms, make you rush go hospital make them treat you. Coronavirus no be our friend though. Make we remember say prevention better pass cure. Coronavirus no be our friend though. Make we push am come out yo. Corona, you no be our friend. Say make we push am come out yo.
Now the match don't start. Sunday na him first catch coronavirus. Him pass am to Sarah. Sarah go market and she dash Adamu. Adamu carry the virus run come give him children for house. Now so the children carry the virus enter playground. From playground, it can't enter grandpa body. Grandpa take over, pass and give him friends as they shake hand for road. Now so grandpa friends carry coronavirus go their house. Before you know, they don't throw away and give everybody for yard. Now so corona enter box 18 and he say go! My people, if we give coronavirus chance, it go win all of us. Protect yourself and your family. Stay inside your house and make sure say you dey wash your hand with soap and water at least 12 times a day. If you get cough and fever and it dey hard you to breathe, call 0800 026 7662. Corona dey kill. Make we careful oh.
You're welcome back. This is still Spectacle on Television Nigerian, and we are talking about autonomy, the financial autonomy given to judiciaries, the state judiciary and legislature by Mr. President, signed on Friday, 22nd of May, 2020. It is tagged Executive Order 10. And with me in the studio has been Comrade Obinna Okafor, President of Taxpayers Association of Nigeria, and is also a political economist who is doing justice to it. Before we went on break, Comrade, like I said, the numbers are 081-3701-5949 or 070-5432-7616. Call in and then contribute your own quota. I was asking you before we went on that short break that are there areas you still want Mr. President to carry out executive order like this. This is executive order 10. We don't know whether 11 may still come, 12 or 13 may still come, and so on, because he wants to get things done. So what would you say? You've been analyzing about the executive order 10 and you've given him some kudos. Nigerians too, we are waiting to hear from you.
All right, God bless you. I think Mr. President has less than 3 years to go.
Yes.
He'll be leaving office in 2023 by the special grace of God.
May 29th.
May 29th. Mr. President, I have a message for you. And as far as I'm concerned, Nigerians are very much happier with this new order that we have known today. It was made on a Friday.
On Friday.
Friday being
22nd.
22nd of May. Mr. President, the order executive laws that Nigerians are expecting that will make it 11 and 12
and 12
and 12. The 11th one should be rotational presidency.
Okay.
Mr. President, APC as your political party, APC as a political party, your own political party must get it right. There is need for rotational presidency. Okay. And that is the only way we will continue to sustain stability. Rotational presidency is an instrument, one of the finest instruments of true federalism.
Okay.
If we must get it very right.
And also regionalism.
Mr. President, all hands must be on deck. The costliest mistake that was made by PDP in 2015 was when they tried to jettison rotational presidency. They lost power. And in 2023, I want to let you know, Mr. President, Nigerian people will rate you so high if you do due diligence in making sure that power shifts to the right place and also to the right person. We need a better person that can handle the case of this country. Our case is very volatile. And as it is, from our record, power is supposed to shift to southeastern part of this country. They are part of this country.
Okay, so when you say,
and if your party is not looking towards that direction, it simply means that this party does not believe in true federalism.
But when you say rotational presidency, that is inclusive, because definitely if he gives an executive order 11, like you said, and that would be rotational presidency, definitely the southeastern part of the country will become inclusive to government. Will become definitely inclusive. So absolutely. You have no cause to worry. So you ask him to go ahead with order 11.
Mr. President, go ahead with order 11.
What about order 12 that you said?
Order 12. Mr. President, the 12th executive order that Nigerians are waiting, it will be your final signature as the President of Federal Republic of Nigeria, which is industrial policy. Mr. President, you have to revisit industrial policy law. We need to consider industrial revolution. Part of the last function you attended before COVID-19 set in this country was where you launched digital economy. Mr. President, digital economy can guarantee enormous job for the teeming youth. It is laudable. But without 24 hours electricity, nothing can be achieved. Industrial revolution, agricultural value chain can be achieved. We need 24 hours electricity. That is one reason why Nigerian people are asking, the Taxpayers Association of Nigeria are pleading to you. After all, you are the number one taxpayer. You are the number one taxpayer in this country. And we are pleading that you should consider it. It is very, very important, so that there will be economic activity. There will be economic revival. So that there will be job for nobody in the society.
What do you call it? You said executive order
12th.
12. Rotational.
Industrial policy.
Industrial policy, I think, is in place already. Is under the industrial law of the what do you call it? Industrial court policy, where, although I think it's a law already, industrial.
It should be amplified.
Okay.
It should be amplified because, as far as we are concerned, a lot is going wrong.
Okay.
That is the only way. And when we are talking about rotational presidency, we are only talking about rotational governorship elections.
Okay, good.
In all the senatorial zones.
Yes.
Like in a place like Benue State.
Which is, yes, of course, you are right.
People of Benue State have been clamoring. I understand that for the past 44 years, yes, the Doma part of Benue have never produced governor in that state. And yet, they have who is who in this country from that extraction. So, we must be very sensitive. And some of these things are the reason why there is high level of social unrest, insecurity. These things can be contained by good leadership. Mr. President, I must say kudos to you. And we are waiting for Executive Order 11 and 12th. Maybe by the time you finish the 12th one, there might be 13th and 14th one. Mr. President, your name will be written in the chronicle of one of the best presidents. Even your enemies will come back and celebrate you. Children yet unborn, next generation will say, we used to have this president that brought new life to every one of us.
That's good. Thank you very much for coming to Spectacle on Television Nigerian. Comrade Okafor Obinna has been doing justice to the topic on discussion. He is the president of Taxpayers Association of Nigeria, and then a political economist who has just done well with today's analysis on Spectacle. You can do well to drop your comments on our social media platforms at TV Nigerian. We are on Twitter, YouTube, search us Television Nigerian, Facebook, of course, Television Nigerian, and you can as well Google us, follow us on our web stream, live web stream at www.tvn.news. We are all over and we are ready to serve you anytime, any day. And don't forget, Spectacle is open for sponsorship. We can deal with your profile, we can deal with your political agenda, blueprint, and so on. Your antecedents, we can also help you to amplify your campaign. As you watch us, the numbers you can reach us are already displayed on the screen, and we will treat you very, very well to your satisfactory. It has been Daniel Atai on Spectacle. Thanks for watching.